Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all for today's session. So today I am going to provide you some tips, the smart tips that you should always prefer or follow while executing the C++ programming language. So what are those tips? That let's just have a look. I'll be sharing my screen with you all. Let's have a smart way. Avoid these mistakes while executing the C++ source code. Okay. So these are the common mistakes, students, which I have already discussed this in Java, in C programming. So same thing I have just listed so that you can come to know never to do any mistakes. The very first mistake or the list you can see is missing semicolon. So always try to find out that wherever you require, you have to put semicolon at the end. Second, sometimes we forget to list the header files, the include hash include IO stream or using namespace, which are most essential things while writing down any C++ program. So please make sure you're not excluding this. You have to mention this. Otherwise, the scanner, printf, cout, cin statements will not work. Okay. Mismatch or the missing braces. Sometimes you open curly braces and close with the parenthesis. So please avoid using that. So you have to check it out wherever the braces are necessary. Please do mention it. Okay. Confusing single equal to with double equal to. You might be aware, students. Single equal to is used for the assignment and double equal to is used for the comparison operator. Next is uninitialized variable. Sometimes we make use of the variables, but we forget to initialize it. So that is the most important thing which we have to do. Else it might throw you an error. The last common error which is there in many programming languages, it's the array index out of bound. So whether it is C, C++, Java, remember array always starts with 0. So accordingly, you can just access any particular element which is being defined in an array. Now students, these were the common errors which we have come across in Java and C, in Python. Apart from that, there are some more errors which we can encounter in C++. Have a look when we are using the keyword called as const. Const int x equal to 5 and then x equal to 10. Students, when you people are declaring the variable as const, it means constant. How come you can change the value then x equal to 10? Either don't use the const keyword or there is another way. Int x equal to 5, then it will override the value of x and right now the value which x is holding will be 10. Okay. So please make sure when you are using the const, it becomes a read-only variable. You cannot overwrite it. Either don't use that particular keyword. These are the small things which students come across. And students are not able to find out that where actually we are getting this error. And students, one more advice I would like to tell you. Always try to execute as many programs as you think and always try to solve the errors on your own. When you come across solving the errors, now you will come to know where are the small mistakes which should never happen again. Please make sure solve the error yourself and at the end if you give your hands up that you're not able, then you can call your mentor or your sir to identify the error and fix that error for you. Okay. Moving on to the next one, students, forgetting return 0 in the main statement. So students have a look. Int main, I have done cout, done. Yes. Now in this case, please make sure always give it as a return 0. Sorry, this is the red color. It should be green color. This is not the error. This is a good practice of calling. It should return 0. Always there is void doesn't return any value. You should be knowing that. But int returns a value. Please make sure when you're writing int main, it should return a value. So return 0 is a must when you people are mentioning int main. Now, whenever you are defining a function, whether in Python, in Java, in C or in C++, please make sure The way in which you have been declaring a function, the same way you should be calling the function. That means if in my function while declaration there are two parameters, then while calling I should pass exactly the two parameters also. Now students, have a look here. I have defined one function add, and in that there are two variables parameters, you can say a and b. But while calling this particular function, I have passed single parameter value, that is 2, which is actually wrong. Two values should come because there are two parameters. So add 2, 3, 3, 4, but 2 should be there. So the way in which you declare a function, the same way exactly you should be calling that function. Now this is the also error which students come across while executing the C++ program, that is dangling pointers. Now what do you mean by this dangling pointer, students? First of thing, you know that pointer always holds the address, not a value, the memory address. Now dangling pointer is nothing but you people are assigning that particular thing which already is being filled. Say for example, x is a value. I have deleted the value of x. The storage space is not there. No memory is being allocated for that particular value x. Yes. So if you are trying to justify with that x, then where that x will be getting hold, because there is no memory space reserved for that x. That is particularly known as dangling pointer. Here you can see, students, in star p equal to 10. Your P is uninitialized, and remember one thing, pointers are always storing the address, holding the address of P, and that is done with the help of this ampersand. So the correct way is int x equal to 10 and star P, which is actually a pointer, is holding the address of 10. So indirectly P is holding the value 10, but here it is storing the holding the address. Inside that address there is the 10. This is a good way to declare a pointer, students, in C++. Okay. Now, students, sometimes you should not overuse a particular thing. Here, what we are doing, every time we are mentioning end L. You know, end L and slash n is one and the same thing. You are instructing the compiler or the cursor to move on to the next line. So rather than using end L so many times, it's better go with the slash n. It does the same task. So if I am writing cout hello slash n, then the cursor will automatically move to the next line. If I am writing down cout world slash n, then the cursor will automatically move to the next line. So one thing, don't use excessively. Please, instead of that, find the substitute and go with it. These were the few things or the tips one should avoid or one should follow in order to ignore the errors. If you people are getting the errors, either try to fix it, students, or while typing down the code, please make sure you're typing it safe. Bye for now.